Settled next to the Willamette River, Autzen Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense set for a first down play. Moore to the air. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Quarterback checking off. He's looking to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Turns it on down the left side. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. They're bringing heat. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Now they'll run it to the right here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Moore will throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you're going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
That's caught. It's low. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
The throw to the outside is complete. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. To the air on first down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Gets it out fast. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Good timing on the quick out. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Moore to the air. Fires to the end zone. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, wait, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The sure hands, it's Smith. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, they've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
I mean, so many good quarterbacks, and you know you're going to get great play calling, great offensive design. Ohio State offenses every year, year after year, the names change, but the production continues to be the same.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On second down, he'll fire. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
And they can't make the connection on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Looking for more room. The 30. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, and I love the timing routes. A nice curl route, great throw, and then catch the ball, get more south, and get some good yards after the catch.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out in the end zone and came up a little short. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
With jet sweep pass. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know If he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football.
He lets it fly. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Okay, coming into the game, you look at the top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Clemson has the lead currently, but they've been in a dogfight all day today and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 10 over Miami. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on.
And the ball is picked off. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, eyes get big as saucers, go jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
On to attempt the try. Bangs it through for an extra point. After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks.
Makes the catch on the left. Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Moore will throw. Trying to get behind the defense. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. He'll try to take it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Robinson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
The Ducks will call on their punt team. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Quick step and go. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. They'll leave it with him. And he could not get loose on the run.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got an open man. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a 1st down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Coming out with it, it's Robinson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Moore to the air. Feeling some heat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going up top on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And he grabs it at the 15. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side.
Got some room headed to the goal line. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields. might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Moore will throw. Fires to the right. Holds it in. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He'll take the deep shot. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well. And you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Buckeyes will punt this one away.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Just steamrolling his way through. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Moore to the air. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Wide receiver shows motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads it downfield. Catch in stride inside the 15. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
And how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The hand to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be low.
And it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there and they're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the fourth quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for 6. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Texas looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Horns. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Hook 'em. And they hooked a W in this one. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw. It's Sayed. It's complete. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You've got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about solve this game away. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they got it. It's blocked. He picks it up. That's a live ball. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And they got him for the sack.
Loss of 7 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
1st down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Quarterback checking the play. Moore will throw. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Makes the grab, and they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They want to just keep throwing it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. He's going to pass. Got his man on the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Ducks want to move quickly. Now from inside the red zone. Unloads to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
And listen, still a ways to go. Well, great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and give me the rock back.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. A designed run for the quarterback. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch play.